Hello, welcome back to another one of my videos where I'm going to make a quick breakdown and prediction for what I think is going to happen on this UFC Fight Night London card, Murphy versus Evloev. Pretty mediocre card in my opinion. Obviously, when they go to London, they put lots of English fighters on the card. Not a big fan of the England fighters. Some of them I think are pretty overrated. But there's a couple of decent matchups here. I'll just go through and talk about a couple of the ones I find more interesting, a bit more entertainment value in my opinion. The first one I'll talk about quickly is Louis Sutherland versus Brando Peric. So Louis Sutherland's the Englishman in this matchup. A couple of heavyweights going at it. Like to see the heavyweight boys bang it out. So Louis only had one fight in the UFC. He lost to Walter Walker by heel hook submission, I believe. So yeah, that's, Walter Walker's pretty good. Brando's had one fight in the UFC also. He won by KO in the first round to Alicia Ellison, who I've never heard of in my life. So that's not a lot to go off of. Both are big dudes. I'm going to go with the 6'5" Australian fella in this one. The Balkan Bear, they call him. I think he'll get a KO. Probably in round one. And my correction, sorry. Louis Sutherland's from Scotland. Not from England. Close enough. They call him the Vanilla Gorilla. That's not bad. I don't mind that. All right, so yeah, we'll go KO in round one for Brando in that one, guys. Another one, quick fight. Don't really know a lot about these guys either. Mantis Condravacticius, bit of a hard last name there, making his UFC debut versus the Brazilian Antonio Tricoli. Now, this guy has had 3 fights in UFC. He's been KO'd, subbed, and subbed again. So I'm definitely going for Mantis in this one. I don't know anything about this Mantis guy, but I think he'll probably knock out Antonio. I sort of rated him a little bit at the start, but I mean, after getting finished 3 times in UFC, he hasn't got much hype to live up to now. So if he doesn't get knocked out or choked out, I'll be surprised. That'll be a good win for him in my book. Being a Brazilian though, you think he'd have a chin, you think he'd know what to do on the ground, but yeah, it definitely doesn't seem to be the case. Old Antonio, he should probably rethink his career at this point. But anyway. Next one I wanted to just touch on quickly, probably my prediction for the best fight on the card. I think this should be much further up the card. I mean, it may be. I don't know if the layout they've set out here is wrong, but yeah, a good one of the best fights I can see on the card. My prediction for fight of the night here is going to be Christian Leroy Duncan versus Roman Dolidze. Now, Roman looks like a world beater at times, and then other times he looks pretty average. He's always fought top-level competition. You can't knock him for having a crack. Yeah, I rate him. I think he's got wicked ground and pound. He's good everywhere. Probably a little bit lackluster on the feet. Doesn't really throw the hands too well. But he's like I said, he's fought really good guys and he's KO'd really good guys. So I really like Roman Dolidze, and he's from Georgia, so the wrestling obviously I think is going to be up there. And yeah, some of his ground and pound is pretty vicious. Christian Leroy Duncan, this guy's really good. I never was really high on him being an Englishman, but he KO'd Eric Anders in round 1. I thought, fuck, this guy must crack. And then beat Marco Tulio in round 2 by KO as well. So this guy is obviously good at dishing out the violence. I think he'd be a hard matchup for anybody that wants to stand and strike with him. I feel like he would inflict pain. This guy, I think anything you get from him is going to hurt. But I think Roman Dolidze can take damage. He's a big underdog here, and I'm going to lean towards Roman Dolidze with his experience to go the distance and win a probably a unanimous decision. I think Christian Leroy is good on the ground. But I think Roman Dolidze is better. And, that Georgian grappling is going to come to fruition in this fight. So, yeah, Roman Dolidze in that one. There's a good little underdog for you. But like I said, definitely fight of the night. That's a hard matchup to pick. But I'm pretty confident in Roman and his abilities. We got Michael Page, MVP, versus Sam Patterson. Couple of pommy guys going at it. MVP's getting a little bit older, so it's a bit hard to trust him. But, I mean, he's always looked good. Sam Patterson, young bloke coming up, seems to have all the skills. I'm going to go with Michael Page, though. you know, to beat Jared Cannonier, I rate Jared Cannonier. I think that's a hell of a win. He's only had the 4 fights in UFC, and they've all gone to decisions. He only lost to Ian Gary, which even that was a close fight. But yeah, I think, you know, Sam Patterson's been fed a bit of easy cannon fodder. He's KO'd and submitted 4 out of his last 5. He only lost by KO in his debut. So yeah, Battle of the Pommies. Michael Page, I reckon, by points in that one. So that'll be a pretty average fight, I believe. I don't think the entertainment value will really be there. I don't think they're not going to stand and bang. It's not going to be all violence. It's going to be Michael Page jumping around, point fighting style, just getting the better of Sam Patterson. Only just. You know, I think Sam Patterson's pretty good, and, you know, it seems like he can take people down, but I think MVP's pretty good at keeping people off his legs. So, yeah, MVP by points. Yeah, jumping in and out like a fucking Karate Kid. Yeah, couple of quick 1-2s down the pipe. But, yeah, probably not a great deal of action in that fight, in my opinion, guys. Then we'll go straight into the main event. Movsar Evloev. You know, this guy he's a weapon, guys. Anytime you get these Russian dudes in there, you know what you're going to get. He's going to grapple fuck him. So, Lerone Murphy, coming off that outstanding performance in his last fight where he spinning back elbowed Aaron Pico on his debut. Sent Aaron Pico to the Shadow Realm, so that was lovely to see. Both guys are decision fighters, so again, I don't think this is going to be a really super entertaining fight. I think it will go the distance, and I think Evloev's going to get the better of him. I think it's going to be a long night. You know, little pity-patty ground and pound shots, nothing of any real fucking significance, but good enough to get the job done. Lerone Murphy looks fucking great, and I do like him, don't get me wrong. He's had a good career, and, you know, he's still making a good name for himself. I enjoy to watch his style. He's a little bit more flashy, a bit more on the feet. But, yeah, I think this is going to be his kryptonite. Movsar Evloev, fucking outstanding grappler, you know. He can grapple with the best of them, and I don't think Lerone can quite keep up with that. So, yeah, unanimous decision there in that one, guys. Yeah, so, yeah, there you go. Just a quick, short, sharp, shiny video. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Yeah, appreciate it. Enjoy the fights.